Hi everybody, I am G1 Writer with G1 Insights. This message is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or Venus in Taurus. So I'm really excited, as always. I feel like, like in the month of January, you guys were going through this very, very personal phase. And so in the month of February, I feel very proud to know that you're like embracing like this new you. Like, I don't know if it's like a new you or just like a new perception of something, but I just feel like an overwhelming sense of just gratitude and just really, really realizing, like, you know what, like everything doesn't have to be this big. Like, it doesn't have to be that dramatic for it to mean everything to me. It doesn't have to be this huge for it to make sense. And I think that by you learning to embrace those aspects, it's really, really opening a lot of doors for you, romantically, physically, emotionally, even spiritually, like especially in the month of January. Like, a lot of you guys were going through like a really, really spiritual rough patch, not in a bad way, but you guys were overcoming something. And in the month of February, it's like you, not only do you see what's going on, but I think that you have the backbone now to say, okay, you know what? I don't want to fight about this. It is what it is. Like, it happens. I can't change what happens. I can't, force something to happen. So the best way that I know to make it through this is just to simply just thank God, for bringing me through every trial and tribulation. I just feel a sense of gratitude with you this season, Taurus. And this is interesting because I feel like a lot of you earth signs are experiencing some type of spiritual growth this year, for you guys. And it's just gonna be really, really powerful. I think it's for you and fire signs, really. Like, you guys are gonna be experiencing a lot. This, not fire signs, I mean air signs. Like, you guys are going through this this transformational period. But even you and fire signs are even experiencing something really tremendous as well. But I think it's going to be a huge year for fire signs, and I think it's going to be a huge year for earth signs as well, in every aspect of their world. And as we go on throughout the year, I'll be more equipped to explain more things to you guys. But just simply, just looking at the cards that came out today, again, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Taurus. So this can represent your emotions. This can represent you in the workplace. This can be your health. This can be your marriage. A relationship that you're trying to form, a relationship that you're trying to make better. If you are married and your marriage is failing, or if you are going through a divorce or some type of emotional rough patch, this is going to be a really interesting season for you, okay, Taurus? Because I feel like you're really, really in tune with your emotions. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is the first beginning of February, of course, we're dealing with a lot of different emotions, first of all. And Mercury will go into Pisces. And when, Mercury is a planet that represents communication, a lot of intellect, very direct energy, very, very teacher-like, Like, we learn a lot about ourselves or our relationships or partnerships during Mercury, being in a particular sign, and with Mercury being in Pisces, when it's not retrograde, it's like, it's all good. We're really in tune with our vulnerability, in tune with our emotions. We sympathize with others. We learn to have a bit of compassion. We're very open-minded to how other people are feeling and their perceptions on things. So the first week of February for you especially, Taurus, because you are already a very sensitive sign. So to have Mercury being in Pisces that first beginning of February is very tricky for you because it will feel a bit like, I don't want to say like you'll be sad, but for some of you, you might be. Just depends on what else could possibly be in your birth chart. But, and where you're, like if you have Pisces in your birth chart, for example, it just kind of depends on, every individual is different. So it does depend on a lot. But I will say, like that first week of February is going to be tricky, especially for those of you who don't really like to tap into emotions that much. This is going to be the week where you're like, wow, I really love you. Wow, I really want this marriage to work. Wow, I really love my job. Or wow, I really want to get into doing things that I love to do. Like, I really want to start my own business. Like, you may decide suddenly that you have become extremely passionate about something that you really love to do. You may decide to go in business for yourself. You may be feeling really passionate about something. You may be also very empathetic towards like your friends or your partnerships. For you, Taurus, this is huge because this does have a lot to do with your personal environment. Just like in the month of January, like I said, I feel like this energy for the following 3 months, January, February, and March, is very personal for Earth signs, especially given the fact that we had like that solar eclipse and then we had a lunar eclipse happen and, all these planets being in Capricorn, and that is your sister sign. So, you guys are definitely going to have that effect. Like, you're going to be feeling like a lot. And I don't think that a lot of you are really mentally prepared for what you are about to feel. And I think that as those thoughts come to you and those feelings come to you, something will inside of you say, so this is what it's like being married. So this is what it's like having my own place. So this is what it's like, doing what I love. This is what it's like starting my own business. Like, you're going to have that deeper connection with something that really means a lot to you. Your core values, your morals, things that really, really mean a lot to you. So back to the cards. Like I said, looking directly at the cards, I will tell you, it is very beautiful, okay? I did see peace, and that made me very happy because, I just feel like you guys are being at peace this season or you're coming to terms with whatever situation that has unfolded or that is unfolding. You're learning to say, you know what, like, it's fine, maybe it's just not meant to be, or maybe this is where God needs me to be for the moment. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm just going to do what is required of me. I'm going to do what people need me to do. I'm willing to train someone. I'm willing to work one-on-one. I'm willing to cooperate or compromise. Like, I just feel like you guys are going to be feeling like this urge of togetherness, okay? Now, going into the ending of that first week, February 9th, we'll have the full moon in Leo. And, of course, that brings an extra boost to, like, our confidence, When I think of Leo energy, it's very like, hello, I'm here, watch out, I can do this, Leos have this very savvy personality to them. And they can literally come into a room and brighten it up. And so with you, Taurus, if you feel like you have been very, like, emotional or just, like, out of place, not really feeling like yourself, perhaps even if you have a lot of Leo energy in your birth chart or not, or maybe you're dating a Leo, this can be really good for those of you that have Leo energy around you because it would help to bring your confidence to the front, the forefront, and people will begin to notice you for your work ethic, for, just kind of giving you that recognition that you deserve, your place in the world. This can be even with your partnerships, I just feel like even your spouse can begin to recognize some amazing qualities about you, falling deeper in love with you, wanting to be with you more, or you may decide, like, you know what, I want to break. because Leo's also ironic. They like to be free, like they don't like to be restricted. So for those of you that are not so in tune with your emotions, you may feel like, I need a break. This is becoming way too much for me. And it's, again, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This can have something to do with your home environment, your spouse. This can have something to do with your career, your health. So it's either like you're going to go all the way in or you're going to fall all the way back with this type of energy, okay? Now, February 16th, give or take a day, we will have Mercury go retrograde, and by that time, Mercury will then leave Pisces and go into, it will still be in Pisces, but then it's going to go retrograde in Pisces. So that second week of February is so important because, it's this is where a lot of us will feel a bit confused because, Mercury going retrograde as it is pretty tough, Any Mercury, like I said, Mercury retrograde represents communication of all sorts, verbal communication, physical, sexual, romantic communication, like any type of form of communication Mercury represents. It also represents technology. It represents our wealth as well. So when it goes retrograde, it's kind of forcing us to slow down and to rethink our approach, to even sometimes maybe pick up a lesson or two within this obstacle or situation we could be facing or dealing with at the moment. And for you, Taurus, this could be a powerful lesson in the midst of Mercury retrograde. It's going to go retrograde up until March 9th, give or take a day. And that's also going to be a very powerful day. But I will talk about that as I get closer. But while Mercury is going retrograde, the best thing that you can do is to try to stay as grounded as possible. Thankfully, you are an earth sign, so you should be just fine. You should be able to handle this energy with enough prayer, enough meditation, enough groundedness, hanging with the right people, going to the right places, really practicing some spiritual rituals. And I think that's what January was really kind of preparing a lot of us for was, this Mercury retrograde is going to be very powerful. And because it's going retrograde in a very sensitive sign like Pisces, Mercury does not do well in Pisces at all. Like, Mercury does not feel comfortable being in Pisces, okay? Because Pisces is a dreamer, the nurturer, the one who gets very emotional. And Mercury is very, intellectual, very direct, and very rational, and very, sturdy and to the point, And so there's a lot of conflicting energy there. So Mercury doesn't really feel at home being in Pisces, okay? And so long story short, as we go closer towards the end of the month, and we're now asking Mercury to go back into Aquarius, right? It will go back into Aquarius. Venus will go into Aries. So that's going to be good because that's spontaneous energy right there. When it comes to our partnerships and our finances, we'll be feeling a bit spontaneous and ready to do, take bolder actions. Okay. In the month of February, Mars will also go into Capricorn. And anytime you have Mercury retrograde in Pisces, but then you have Mars going into Capricorn, okay? Because Mars is the aggressor. Mars is saying, go for it. Do what you got to do. Get up off your ass. Make that dream come true. And and Mercury being in Pisces is, and like I said, on a regular good day, it's like in La La Land, and we'll experience that the first week or two of February. But once Mercury goes retrograde in Pisces, we'll be feeling a bit confused. Like, hold up. Like, a part of us will want to be very dynamic, very serious, very educated, doing what we need to do, taking our business seriously, taking our family goals seriously, saving our money, charging ahead, because that's what Mars do. That is Scorpio's ruling planet. It is also Aries ruling planet. So you're looking at a lot of light and dark energy here. And it can be very, and being the fact that Pisces is Scorpio, sorry guys, whatever. Okay, so being the fact that Scorpio is Pisces, sister sign, there's going to be a lot of dark tension, possibly a bit of chaos, possibly a lot of disagreements around the 16th to the 18th, give or take a day. A lot of things being explosive, things coming to the surface, things being revealed that you didn't know could be revealed. I love Mercury retrograde in a sense though, because it does help us to find things that are lost. So things may come up to the surface. Money that was owed to us, or people that we haven't seen in a while, ex-lovers, and, again, so be very cautious with this energy this season, Taurus, because I feel, again, you're going to be really in tune with your emotions, not realizing that there is something on the other side of the gate, and February 16th, around that time, there's a lot of, well, you said this, and well, you said that, and how could you do this to me? Well, there's a lot of confrontational energy, and you can choose to really separate yourself from that type of energy by just simply being yourself and staying grounded, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I have your energy deck here, so I'm going to pull your energy cards and see if there's anything else that the universe would like you to know. Okay, so this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising on Venus and Taurus. And again, Taurus, I didn't really get to all of your cards, but like I said, there's a lot of good news here. Here and now, being focused in the present moments. Focusing on, like I said, I just sense a lot of gratitude with you, and this is all about being fair. Being standing up for what's right, doing the right thing. If you feel like you need to apologize. And if you feel like something is not right and you just want to do the right thing, whether this is, again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be something dealing with that work and your career. This can definitely be something at your home, okay? So I'm going to do your overall energy deck and see what else Spirit wants me to share with you, okay? Wow. Appreciation. Wow. You will find peace the moment you learn to appreciate or learn to have gratitude for everything that is happening for you in this moment. Okay? Being in the moment, being present in the moment. Learning to say, okay. Hostilities, like I said, watch out for those words that you didn't mean to say. Watch out for crossing wires with people. Watch out for saying the wrong thing. Make sure that you are taking some me time, meditation, taking out some time just for you. So that way, when you go to work, you're not taking your anger issues out on anybody. Make sure that you guys are not taking your anger out on anyone in particular. Make sure that you guys have learned to have heart-to-heart conversations, And last but not least, we have deceit that came out on top of to be fair. So, I don't know if it's you trying to get over on someone, or maybe you may feel like someone is trying to get over on you. Whatever this energy is here, okay, we have to get to the bottom of it, okay? We have to sit back and say, are we really making the right choices? Are we doing the right thing? Are we being honest, first and foremost? Are we being honest? Not just for other people, but with ourselves. And not saying that you're not being honest, but you may suddenly feel like somebody else is not being truthful to you. And, again, watch out for those hostility. Listen, watch out for the hostile moments, okay? Because, like I said, February 16th is going to be huge. It's going to be one of those days, okay? And it may not even have anything to do with you. It could be other people charging at you with this energy. And you may have to be the bigger person. You may have to be the one to say, you know what? God bless you. You may have to be that person. And it's all good, Taurus. I mean, overall, it seems like you got your head on straight this season. You're not really too worried about a thing, really. Like I said, I feel like peace is what you're yearning the most this season. I feel like you just want a peace of mind. You're like, okay, I cannot continue to go through this turmoil. Like, I cannot continue to cry every other day or to continue stressing over the situation. I can't keep allowing this person to make me feel inadequate as a person. You know, I am strong. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. Like, I have a lot to accomplish. I have accomplished a lot, right? And I'm just not done yet. And I refuse to allow somebody to make me feel this small when I know I am amazing, you know? So it's a lot of things to kind of just take in. And it's not going to happen overnight, Taurus, you know? So be patient with yourself in the process. Don't feel like you have to make changes overnight, like right away or else. Like, you don't have to feel like as if you don't do it, then it just won't happen for you. Okay? Be patient with yourself, my love. It will happen. I promise you it will. Be patient because earth signs will have a good year. And I feel like this is really just a minor hump, okay? I don't feel like this is anything that's going to stop you from living your best life. So with that being said, Taurus, I wish you the best of luck. I trust that you're going to do the right thing and you're going to set the record straight. I trust that the universe has your back. And I love you. And I would really love if you guys can become one of my subscribers by hitting that bell right here at the bottom. Right there. I know you see it, okay? If you don't, just click that subscribe button. And please like and share this video around the world because everybody do deserve to hear this message. Even if you're not a Taurus, it can be someone who's dating a Taurus. So this message is extremely important and everyone deserves to hear this message. So you have a great week, a great month, wherever you are in this beautiful universe, okay? And happy Valentine's Day for those of you that do celebrate. Bye.